welcome to Shelby Township Parks and Rec in the News. I'm Joe Youngblood. With me is Mike Adams from the Parks and Recreation Department. Want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. It's 2014. We hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays here in Shelby Township. At the end of last year, on the Shelby Township municipal offices, the Jingle Bell Run was held. Community Center, municipal offices, and Cherry Creek Golf Course. This event was put on by Shelby resident Michael Ward, and some of the proceeds benefits the Special Olympics program for the Parks and Recreation Department. Let's take a look at this run. There was some pretty nasty weather leading up to it, but the run went on. Let's take a look at some of the footage.
Thank you, Mr. Randazzo. We always like to have our... All right. The results will be posted inside the building where you registered, where it's nice and warm. There'll be Gatorade in there, bagels and bananas. We also have water out here, but to try to keep everybody nice and warm and dry.
As you can see, the weather didn't cooperate, but the runners did, and once again, thanks to Mike Ward for putting this event on. Mike, as we talked about before, the large amount of the proceeds benefits the Special Olympics program for our athletes that attend the Summer and Winter Olympics, and as you know from attending the Olympics before, it's a great program for our athletes.
It is. I've been up to the Winter Olympics and had a great time up there, and it definitely helps any bit of help they can to offset some of the costs.
Sure.
There's travel costs and daily costs, and all that great fundraising really helps out.
And we know the athletes, they have a wonderful home life, but they like to get away from mom and dad for the weekend. And
oh yeah, they live it up there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No doubt about
so
that.
It's their chance to get away, living the good life. At CMU, they're away just like college students, having a great time. So great program. Thanks again for the Jingle Bell Run, a wonderful event. Also, we're talking about 2014. We're in January right now, and we've had quite a bit of snow here in the Shelby Township area, as many of you know. The first item I'd like to let everyone know, we do have a sledding hill over at Riverbends Park, and we also have a new sledding hill at Gene Shepherd Park, which is on the south side of 23 Mile Road, east of DeQuinder. And this sledding hill is perfect for approximately ages 10 and under. So with that being said, it's not too large of a hill, but it's just the right size for a 8, 9, or 10-year-old to have a nice thrill going down the sled. For the younger kids, perfect. 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, they will really enjoy the sledding hill. Riverbends Park, we do have another sledding hill there. As I mentioned, this one is a little bit older. You could have teenagers there who will have a really nice time. And that is located by the Patriots soccer field, which is off the east side of Ryan, south of 22 Mile entrance. So you'd pass the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center and take it around by the shooting range and head south by Patriots soccer field. There you'll be at the Riverbends Park sledding hill. Also, sticking with the winter theme, we have the ice rink at Maystecker Park. And the nice thing about the ice at Maystecker Park is we have it lit from Monday through Friday in the evening. So Saturday and Sunday we don't have the lights on, but Monday through Friday you can stop up there, and the lights will be on until about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And Mike, as you know, for the past, a lot of these winter activities we were not able to have here in Shelby Township, but now people take the cross-country skis. We've had cross-country skiers out in Riverbends Park, the ice skaters. Now with the lights on there, we've really found out it's been a huge attraction there at Maystecker.
Yeah, it really has, and it seems like some winters it's cold enough for the rink, but there's no snow on the ground for
Sure.
I know Riverbends has a lot of cross-country skiers there on the trails, but this year it seems like we're going to have the best of both worlds. So definitely a good winter, and hopefully some people will get out ice fishing too. And I like to get out myself, but haven't found the time, and looks like it's going to be a good winter in Shelby Township.
Yes, so far it sure has been. Also would like to let the Shelby residents know that the Macomb County Department of Roads are responsible for the roads, but in heavy snow situations they'll contact Shelby Township Parks and Rec for the maintaining of the subdivision roads. So I just want to give a special thanks to our maintenance department for doing a wonderful job, and also DPW for doing a great job as well. Here here in Shelby Township on the west side of Van Dyke, our Parks and Rec, we handle the snow plowing there. The east side, DPW is in the subdivisions handling the subs there. So we're very glad to assist the county with this, and it's just another one of the things of the community coming together and different departments coming together to help out the cause of for everyone. So we know we had that enormous snowfall. The majority of the people, when they got up and were heading out to work, their subdivisions were clear, and the ones that weren't, later in the day, they were cleaned up. So thanks again to, from our end of it, Mike Markath, our grounds foreman, and all the gentlemen out there in the plows. Also, Mike, we have switching gears away from the winter a little bit, and a lot of people are wishing for spring, especially after this 40-degree weather we had, which is amazing, actually, as cold as it was. We have the Little League Baseball registration coming up, and if you could kind of cover that, before we know it, April's going to be here, and the kids will be out on the ball field. Yeah,
the newsletter had the information, the last newsletter had information about Little League, so we've already been receiving tons of calls about it. 40-degree days, we get more calls. Even the 0-degree days, people want it to get warmer, so they think about baseball and give us a call. Magic date for returning players, so that's players who played in Little League the spring session last year, is January 14th.
And that'll be the online?
That's online only. They can't call, can't come in. It's online only. And that's what I recommend to people to do is go online.
Simple to do.
It's real simple. Get it done in the first day or two, and you're all set till April. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about leagues filling up, which some of the leagues last year, the Pitch Machine League, the 50-70, and I think one of the Coach Pitch Leagues did fill up in late March. So get it done that first time period online, and you're done for the season.
If somebody does have a little bit of problem with the online, they go to register, and there's what do they need to do to get their code to register online?
Most people who are familiar with online registration with us have all their information, but if they don't, they can email us or give us a call. We'll get them their login and their password, and then go right back in and do it.
So if they can't log in, they would have to call the 731-0300.
Yeah, they can just call us at the office, and we'll give them that login information. Or we can email them that login information, and they can do it. It only takes 2 minutes to go online and register for baseball.
Might as well use the technology that we have.
Yep, and that's January 14th through the 26th is online only.
Returning players.
For returning players, not new players.
Okay.
In the instances that someone has a new player, like maybe a younger sibling that didn't play, but also have someone that did play, they can give us a call, and we'll take care of them and get them that information ahead of time. So
we can get it done at one time.
Get it done at one time, so they don't have to wait the 2 different time periods.
Makes sense.
Starting the 27th is when, if they have any extenuating circumstances or have questions and come in the office, and we can register them in the office. Or if they have a new player who's never registered, we're going to need to see a birth certificate as well as a driver's license.
So the 27th is new players?
For new players. And then also returning players who don't want to do it online for whatever reason, maybe just want to come in the office, ask us a question or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, and on that note, Mike, we urge the parents to email us, call us, stop in if you have any questions about what division their child should be in.
Yeah, we'd rather have them ask than assume that their child should be in a certain division, and then halfway through the year find out it was the wrong division. So. We see thousands of kids every year be placed in these divisions, so we know probably where everyone should go. So they should give us a call if they have any questions on that.
And on that note, Mike, we do have questions every year about what division should a child be in. So just some different scenarios. If I had an example, let's say I have an 8-year-old son, and first year playing, what division would you recommend they play in?
Every child's different. It's not
first year, and they really haven't been into sports a whole lot, so it's never even swung a bat or played. Would I put them in the minors or probably keep them down in the coach pitch?
That's what I was going to say. It depends if they played other sports, what their social, if they've been in a lot of social activities. But an 8-year-old that's never played before, we actually have 2 options. One is a coach pitch league, 6 to 8-year-olds. Coach pitch pitches it. Which I would probably recommend someone that's never touched a baseball or baseball bat before, go right into the coach pitch, 6 to 8-year-olds. And then the following year, they could go into the pitch machine. They'd be eligible for a pitch machine, but that ball's coming in about 40 to 42 miles an hour. That'd be a little tough for an 8-year-old that never played baseball before.
You have to be a pretty athletic 8-year-old.
Yeah, with zero athletic experience. So, coach pitch is where 8-year-olds should go.
Okay. Now, if we have a 9-year-old boy that's an exceptional athlete, played sports his whole life, and he's debating between the minors and the majors. He's a tournament type player. What division would you recommend? Because originally parents are going to say the minors or majors, and it seems to me that the majors would be the best fit. But what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, probably majors. We wouldn't want that 9-year-old just dominating down in the minors. But we also don't want that 9-year-old going up and then struggling and not playing a lot, because you got to remember there's going to be 11 and 12-year-olds in there as well that are really good players. So just because they're a 9-year-old that was really good versus 8 and 9-year-olds doesn't mean they're going to be good versus 11 and 12-year-olds. But we definitely don't want them staying down to hold them back and dominate 8 to 11-year-olds and minors.
And when you say, I think a good rule of thumb is if the parent felt this 9-year-old will probably be in the top 4 best players on the team, then that'd be a good reason to jump them up to that division.
Yeah, definitely. Just because they're the second or third best player and the team doesn't mean they should automatically go up to the majors. But, yeah, if they're one of the top players in the league as a whole, yeah, definitely go up to majors.
Okay, another example. If you have an 11-year-old boy, and this is boys and girls, obviously, depending on but if you have an 11-year-old boy that played the previous year in minors, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, and it can go up to 11. But they've really struggled. They have a tough time picking up the game. Just because they're 11, would you put them in the majors, or would you recommend they stay in the minors for one more year?
I would probably recommend staying in the minors. Just if they're really struggling. Again, we don't want, just because they're struggling, we don't want them to stay down to dominate, to build confidence up or anything like that. But if they're struggling, can't catch a ball, have a hard time throwing, maybe only got one hit the whole year, definitely stay down in the minors. But if they're an average to good player, they should be going up to majors.
And I think that's a great point you just made up, Mike, is just because they're struggling for their confidence, there's a big difference you have there. Because I know before you've talked to some people where they have an 11-year-old, they're going to say, and their son's kind of small, and they need their confidence built up. Well, their confidence build up because they're batting 500, but you want them to bet 700, does not mean they're struggling in the minors.
And just because they're small for an 11-year-old doesn't mean they're going to be small in that league, because there's going to be small 9-year-olds, so they're going to be bigger than them. And yeah, we don't want to build someone's confidence just so they can dominate somebody else.
Well, Dustin Pedroia is pretty small for the Red Sox, and I think baseball is one of those sports where you don't have to be 6'2", to be a great baseball player. So size is very overrated in baseball.
And I think, as we're talking about rule of thumb, I think a good rule of thumb, and I don't see anything wrong for the average player in our league, is they should probably be in each one of the leagues a year. And then assess where they're at after that. They should be in T-ball for 1 year. Assess where they're at. Do I need another year of T-ball, or should I go to coach pitch? If you go to coach pitch, fine. 1 year coach pitch.
Then assess.
Assess where you're at after that. Should I go up to pitch machine? I don't see anything wrong with people being in coach pitch for 2 years.
Sure.
Pitch machine, probably just 1 year pitch machine for most players. Then you're up in minors. 1 year minors, assess where you're at. Now, because now you're talking real baseball, a lot of real rules, kids throwing the ball. Assess, should I go up to majors? People are so quick just to jump their kid up because their friend is, or because they're already in minors for 1 year. Just assess where the kid's at each year, and this is a good rule of thumb, is to be in a league at least 1 year.
That is a very good rule of thumb, Mike. No doubt, obviously, we understand it doesn't work out perfectly like that, but when people are unsure where to place their child, I mean, that's just a perfect fit. It's just a natural progression.
Yep.
Also, Mike, we have the T-ball program, and we have been hearing a lot recently where you talk to some of the parents and they say, well, my child doesn't need a tee. They hit off great in the backyard. But there's a couple different ways to look at that. Obviously, when you're hitting off a tee, you're really forming the correct swing path and the correct, because certain kids can hit in the backyard, but they're swinging up high, hitting it out of the dirt. And also, if you watch at the high school level, college level, and pro level,
they use tees.
They're using tees. So, I mean, coming back to your rule of thumb, I think everyone should play 1 year T-ball without a doubt.
At least it's getting the kids used to swinging through the strike zone, getting that muscle memory and that idea of swinging through the strike zone. I know I didn't have a tee, so when my boy was 4, I right away started throwing him the ball, and I think that set him back a little bit because I'm not always going to throw it in the strike zone, and now he's getting used to swinging at pitches over his head in the ground, which is not a good thing. So that kind of bumped him back a little bit. So we're working on him swinging in the strike zone, and that's where the tee comes right into play because it's right there for him.
Okay. Also, wanted to let our residents know of a big change coming up in Little League, and this is from the down at the Congress meeting that they have annually, Mike, that the new district format of they're letting children play that are in the school system. So can you elaborate on that a little bit, please?
Yeah, typically the past 4 or 5 years it's been Shelby and Utica residents only. This year we're allowed to go out of those boundaries a little bit. If your child attends a Utica school, like say, you probably know better than me.
So you live in Washington and go to Duncan.
Live in Washington, go to Duncan because it's a block down the road.
Right.
You're probably going to be eligible to play this year.
Okay.
So if anyone has any questions on that, they can give us a call. But yeah, if they
and they'd be tournament eligible also because they're considered part of our
Yep,
Shelby Little League.
now they're lumped in with us and part of our Little League. Sterling Heights, they go to Utica schools. They're probably going to be eligible this year.
Yeah.
And that's for boys and girls. So
they just need some the proof. Could be a report card to show that they're at the school.
Yep, school record, a report card, or enrollment form, or something like that. And what this is going to do is I always get asked people that go to the same school but didn't live in our township or live in Utica. It's going to allow them to play with some of their friends possibly, especially if dads are going to coach, which we always need coaches obviously, and lump them together. So it's going to be a positive, and it's going to be a good positive experience for the kids.
Oh, good, very good. There you have it from our Little League insider, Mike Adams. We'll be right back with Parks and Rec right after these messages.
You can hold a special party at the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center for your child, which includes a chance to touch, hold, and be photographed with some live animals. Your reservation provides the use of our multi-purpose room for 4 hours. With room to hold 24, you bring decorations, food, table coverings, cake, and party favors. Parties are available for select days, typically Saturday and Sunday afternoons. You can also register with a credit card by phone at the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 731-0300. Shelby Township has many wonderful baseball and softball fields available for rental once the Shelby Little League schedule is completed. Rental fees are $40 for a 2-hour time block, which includes the field being dragged and chalked.
Hello and welcome back to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. Artists are being called upon for the annual art fair, which is held the second weekend in August. Please give us a call at 731-0300 to have your application mailed to you. Please ask for Pamela Reinhardt at the Shelby Parks and Recreation Department. As we mentioned earlier, year 2014 is upon us, and many of us have our New Year's resolutions. Mike, many of the resolutions go hand in hand with fitness and health. So what are some of the classes or opportunities for our residents here in Shelby Township to carry on their New Year's resolution?
Yeah, we always see a spike in registration in our fitness classes this time of year. Are you going to join?
I might. I've been thinking about it. If I hear some good stuff from you, Mike, I might be joining.
We do have a lot of good classes starting up. On Mondays, we have Zumba and boot camp. Boot camp is a real tough class. High intensity.
They're doing that at the
class.
community center?
Yep. All these classes that we're going to talk about are held right here at the community
Perfect.
center, Monday through Thursday after work. So it's really good. Zumba, total body boot camp on Monday. Tuesday is our Tai Chi day. We have 3 different Tai Chi classes. Those are gaining in popularity. Wednesdays, 2 belly dancing classes. Those as well. We've been doing those for about 10 years now, and those are just steamrolling along. Thursday we have yoga, as well as a line dancing class. And we're looking on possibly doing some other classes on Mondays and Thursdays to broaden that a little bit. Like I said, January is a big month, and we're getting a lot of registrations. So some of these classes are beginning very soon. If you miss out on that, they'll be offered again in April. So.
Well, thanks, Mike. It sounds like a lot of different options for the resolutions for 2014. So if you're interested, please give us a call at 731-0300 and sign up for your fitness class right here at the Shelby Township Community Center. Please remember, here at Shelby Parks and Rec, we create community through people, parks, and programs. Happy New Year, everyone. We hope it's a great year from Shelby Township Parks and Rec.